Hey there everyone. Let's take a look at the R101C carbine, how best to use it, and how to be as effective as possible with it. Let's get started. The R101C carbine deals a maximum of 50 damage and a minimum of 40 damage with a drop-off starting at 32.39 meters and a drop-off ending at 43.82 meters. This means that within your effective range of 32.39 meters, you're going to be dealing a 4-shot kill. As soon as you move past that though, you're going to be moving up to a 5-shot kill. Headshots do not make a difference within your effective range. Since it's a 1.4x multiplier, it's still going to end up being a 4-shot kill. However, if you're somewhere between 32.39 and 43.82 meters, then the one headshot will make a difference, and it will drop your shots to kill from 5 to 4. So with all the stats out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes of why you're all here. My opinions on the weapon, and how best to apply it. In this week's holy trinity of pilot primaries, the R101C carbine transcends its competition, wedging itself into a top spot with its well-rounded performance at most ranges. In my opinion, the carbine is quite probably the best sniper rifle in the game. Its recoil is very low and easy to control during fully automatic fire, and is further lessened by using burst fire. The carbine does, however, have two glaring flaws, the first being its dead zone, and the second being its weakness to stimmed pilots. At point-blank ranges, its relatively wide hipfire spread cone, which is the radius of your reticule, can be a blessing when spraying down enemies. Outside of jump kick range, though, you'll have to aim down sights in order to have any semblance of accuracy. When aiming down sights with this weapon, your movement speed slows to a crawl when compared to aiming down sights with, say, a car SMG. This means you're an easier target to hit while trying to line up your shots, and when compared to the extreme potential movement speed of other pilots, you're essentially statuesque. As for the second glaring weakness, enemy pilots using stim also make this weapon harder to be successful with. As long as their stim is active, they will regenerate enough health between bullets hitting them for their shots to kill to increase by 1 across the board. This isn't to mention the speed boost that will make enemy pilots even harder for you to track. Thus, this weapon performs best in a ground-based, defensive marksman's role in objective game types. If we were using a G2A4 or a DMR for example, we'd want to be sticking to roofs and vantage points on defense. However, with the carbine, we're going to want to be playing somewhat more closely to enemies so we can stay within our 4-hit kill range. Using parkour to your advantage, I find it best to play a leapfrog style with the carbine closer to the ground. Choose your ultimate goal and advance towards it. Clear an area, defend it briefly, and relocate. Wall run your way to another area, clear it, defend it, and relocate again. With your utter lack of close-range performance in comparison to the EVA-8 shotgun and car SMG, it is imperative to be very methodical with your pushes, almost like you were using a Titan. Now, it is very possible to bend the carbine outside of this role, and try to use it at extreme close ranges like you see in some of my clips. However, this is bad practice and will not fly against very highly skilled enemies, so I strongly recommend against it, unless you're extremely confident in your aim and want a weapon that is effective out to longer ranges than the car in most other situations. So now it's about that time. How best can we arm ourselves in order to thrive in this playstyle? Let's get into my recommended loadout. For optics, I strongly prefer the hollow sight to the AOG or the HGOG. The only reason being is that it's the middle zoom level of the 3 optic choices and will afford me the most versatility with this already flexible weapon. For our attachment, I am as always going with extended mags. I am always more comfortable with keeping my weapon as lethal as possible, and an unsilenced weapon forcing you to show on the minimap can be twisted to your advantage with smart play. The silencer is certainly not a bad option, but be aware it will add an additional shot to kill at all ranges. For your ordnance, in high-level play, satchel charges are nearly always the best choice. They put a bandage on your lack of short-range defense, and if coupled with Dead Man's Trigger, will definitely make enemy pilots think twice about engaging you at close ranges. As for our secondary weapon, you can't go wrong with the RE45 auto pistol. When aiming down sights with it, you move much faster than you would while ADSing with the carbine, making it much more competent in the carbine's dead zone. For our last remaining pilot kit, Power Cell and Explosives Pack are both great choices. The former will afford you better survivability, particularly in carbine battles, as your opponent will have to land an extra hit on you. In addition, if strafing left and right very quickly while firing and with stim active, any hits the enemy achieves on you will be due more to luck than good aim in most cases. Explosives Pack, the latter, works well with our leapfrog style to help clear doorways and corners before we push through them, in addition to helping us make sure we've always got a satchel on us to defend ourselves if things go sour. Here's our final loadout. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something new, and hope you appreciate my new, more organized style of commentary. This is actually my first true script that I've read from start to finish. Usually I would just have a few bullet points in a notepad document that I would want to hit from start to finish, but I've actually moved on to real scripts now, so I can try to keep my videos much shorter and more properly jam-packed with info without stuttering and repeating myself multiple times. So I hope you appreciate the new style. Please like, share, or subscribe if you're so inclined. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.